All right, today I'm with Matt Phippen, who just talked about the I Was Right that will be coming through Vinton on July 13th and ending on the 14th. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct.
All right, excellent. So just talk about why the I Was Ride, a brand new ride, bike ride, is coming through Vinton of all places.
Well, I have some strong partnerships with the director that took it over and his crew. Year one, I guess he would want to come to communities that he can trust that will do a really good job for it. And with RegRay coming through in the past, we've done a good job being a pass through. So it was a right fit for us.
So just talk about the approach into town a little bit, and then how riders will be leaving, because I'm sure a lot of people are very curious about that.
Yeah, the majority of the riders will come in from Urbana and come in town on the back way past the baseball fields. And then our party will be out at the Braille School property, so easy in, easy out of town. The next day when the ride is over, they'll leave and they'll ride to Mount Auburn. So literally the road 218 takes them right outside of town. No turn by turn, just a straight shot, and then they're gone.
Excellent. So talk about how the Christmas theme came into being and the ideas that you presented today in front of people.
Sure, I think picking a theme is always a tough one because you want people to love your theme. People love Christmas, they love Santa, and what it all brings. So when we came up with that idea, and it's a wonderful ride, and turning our town into a winter wonderland, I think it's going to be a major impact for everybody involved.
Okay, one thing that you mentioned is doing a house contest and having people decorate their houses
Sure.
as they would for Christmas. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I think it's easy because there's already some houses that are already decorated from Christmas already. They just haven't taken lights down. So the goal will be to decorate your house, show it off, because at night when everybody's riding their bikes around town, we want houses lit up. We're going to give away gift cards. So first place will get a $100 gift card, second place 50, and then third place will be 25. And the committee will pick the best Christmas themed house. So if you have plans to bring some Christmas stuff out, you can win a $100 gift card.
And another thing you talked about was having as many people dressed up as elves, Santa, Mrs. Claus,
Yeah.
and just giving rides. Is that how I understood it?
Yeah, I think having golf carts. Will be people that will come to our community that have never been in a golf cart driving around town because in their city they don't allow golf carts. So having a golf cart Uber driven by an elf or Mrs. Claus will be a fun way to get people from point A to point B. They'll also be very well versed on what's going on. So if you find an elf, he or she will know where the local stuff is at.
And some of the main gathering points you explained, they're kind of like the North Pole and the South Pole.
Yeah.
Just talk about those a little bit and their
Sure.
locations.
The North Pole will be at the Braille School. That will be where the major property will be when we deal with the concert and the overall camping. Downtown courthouse will be at the South Pole. We'll utilize that from 11 to 4 during that day, and then we'll shut it down and take everybody out to the North Pole around 5 o'clock. And then from 5 to question mark, we'll have the party and the band out there.
Okay. Talk about vendorship and how it might be different than what people are used to with RagBri.
Sure, completely local. So if you have local ties to this community and you're a vendor, you're here. There'll be no charge. You're going to help us out. We're going to help you out. So everything about this ride will be about giving back to communities. Our community is guaranteed that money won't leave our community to go somewhere else. So outside food vendors will not be coming. So it'll all be our local people.
All right. You talked about a two-pronged attack with this. Could you kind of explain that a little bit?
What do you mean by the two-pronged attack?
I think you mentioned having vendors in one spot.
Oh, sure.
And then
Yep.
later
So,
on.
11 to 4 downtown. So if you're a restaurant downtown, people will come to your establishment. And then having your food truck or a separate spot set up afterwards. So you can transfer the party from downtown out to the North Pole.
All right. Excellent. Talk about how the money stays in the community through the organization that you folks have there.
Sure. Yeah, everything's local. We're getting our own liquor license, so we will buy beer through a distributor, and the money will stay in town. When it's all said and done, once all expenses are paid, we will find somewhere cool that money can go, whether it's an organization, whether it's a new project, whatever that may be. But every dollar spent in Vinton will stay in Vinton. Nobody will be taking money back to their community somewhere else.
And just as a Vinton resident yourself, just what is your overall excitement about something like this coming to
Oh, I
Vinton?
think it's very cool. Anytime you can bring 5,000 people to a community for one day and showcase your community is kind of a big deal. You know, the goal of our committee is, think Vinton. So when you leave and you go into Eldora and you're having a good time in Eldora, you're still thinking about the good time you had in Vinton the night before. So if we can nail that, we'll have a lot of people thinking Vinton throughout the week.